करने वाले हैं रिव्यू हिंदू 13 सितंबर 2022 का। इसमें थोड़े एडवर्टीज़मेंट हैं, इसको पास कर देते हैं और देखते हैं मेन पेज पे क्या क्या हमारी आज न्यूज़ है। सबसे पहले न्यूज़ आप अगर हेडलाइट या हाईलाइटेड जो देखेंगे, पहला कि BDS curriculums to be revamped with semester based course. So government is planning to change the curriculum of BDS. We will see in the next pages. Then we have Ukraine keeps up momentum, claim it reached Russian border. So there is a fight going on between Russia and Ukraine. Ukraine has claimed that they have reached Russian border. Then there is a news for Alcaraz wins US Open, become youngest ever world #1 champion. He is from Spain. After Rafael Nadal, he has won this championship after 16 years. And there is a news about the 2020 squad for Team India. So let's see news one by one. So the main page news is Hindu women suit in Gyanvapi case main table says court. So there was a case was filed by the Hindu side in the Varanasi court, district court, for to give them the worship rights uh, inside the premise of the Gyanvapi mosque. So from Muslim side, uh, they opposed the petition, and they also said that this is not fair to listen this petition. But in the last, the Varanasi district court allowed to hear the suit filed by the Hindu women in Gyanvapi case. Then is the next news is retail inflation resurged to 7%, food prices mount. There is a news about the inflation. News for CU, the common university entrance test score for the St. Stephen College. In the past, St. Stephen College, they were in the dilemma to consider the CUET score for their admission process because they are a minority college. So we will see what is the final outcome in this case. Then we have center using agencies for extortion. Kejriwal, the chief minister, claimed that Kejriwal center using agency for extortion against opposition. Ajit Pawar questions remorse of rift in NCP. We will see in next pages. There is a blaze at e-bike shop spread to hotel 6 die. There is an incident. There have been many cases reported in the e-bike, e-motorcycle and car. For the fire, we will see that this is one of the cases where 6 people has been died because of e-bike for blaze. So there is a news about the Congress Yatra, which is led by the Rahul Gandhi. The name of Yatra, Bharat Jodo Yatra. So every day we can read the news about this Yatra. Eastern border should stable commander. The commander of Indian side, they claim that eastern border is stable. India China disengage from PP15 in Pokhara Hot Springs. Then we have CA petition to be heard on 31st October. So Supreme Court has given the final date to listen the petition filed for the CA law. It will be heard. It will be heard by Supreme Court 31st of October. On next page we have the objection to Kirpan NCB notice to Delhi and DMD MRC, because Delhi Metro Rail had corporation not allowing the Kirpan, which Sikh people they kept with them. This is their part of religious. So NDMC not allowing to carry the Kirpan with them in the Delhi Metro. So there is a National Commission for Minorities has sought a report from the Delhi Chief Secretary from Delhi Metro Corporation over a complaint by a Sikh man who was allegedly stopped from entering metro station with a Kirpan. A Sikh person was carrying a Kirpan and he was not allowed to board the metro. So Delhi, the National Commission of Minority, they are seeking the report, the answer from the Delhi Metro Rail Corporation. We will see this in. And there is a news, no interview for non-minority college student. High Court has St. Stephen's. So St. Stephen's is a minority college, and you know that government has recently passed a new law that there will be a common university entrance test. Earlier there were many universities, they were conducting their test on their own, so the candidate they have to purchase they had to purchase every time a new form, they were spending their money. Now there will be a common test which is called a common university entrance test, so everyone can sit in the exam, eligible person, and he can seek the admission according to his rank, his marks in the college. So Saint Stephen was in dilemma whether to consider the COET or not. So now the High Court the Delhi High Court on Monday ordered Saint Stephen's College to issue a fresh prospectus giving 100% weightage to common and university entrance test score for admission to students from the non-minority category applying to undergraduate course. So they will be exempted from the interviews, the minority students. One more news for the relative to COT, which is JNU. TNU Teacher Association opposing the COT. They are saying that it is a very long process. Due to this admission, the students admission getting delayed and they are not able to cover up the syllabus. So they are opposing the COT. We will see what will happen in the coming future. Then there is one more news. The state collection. There are some wards reduced in the Delhi area, and there is one more news, local news. And the Delhi High Court on Monday initiated a public interest litigation taking note of death of two persons allegedly while cleaning up a sewer in the capital last week. So we have been seeing, we have been reading, there have been many people has been died in the sewer cleaning deaths because of gases. So finally this court is in the High Court, and the High Court is looking the authorities to who are answerable to deaths, and what suggestion will High Court will give, we will see in the next days. DDA launches houses. So this is the scheme DDA launches. And we'll go down. Then Kejriwal claimed that center uses pop as easy for extortion. News from Maharashtra, the responsible fight of flight of Marathi people to Mumbai. The Uttar Pradesh government is proposing a global environmental summit, and they are claiming it will play a major role in achieving development in economy. High Court asked Center to reply to producer plea. So there is a case, there is a film producer Mushtaq Nadiwala who is married to the Pakistani citizen, and the wife named Mariam Chaudhary, she is currently residing in Pakistan, and she has been according to the producer, she has detained his children, two children, to High Court seeking center reply to producer plea. So producing asking to give the authority to him, to his children. Next news. So there is the family. There is a person has been R. Jagannathan of Kaliyapalayam who was killed after being run over by a truck allegedly for exposing the functioning of illegal stone quarries. So this person has exposed the illegal stone quarries in Karor district, Tamil Nadu. His family is claiming that he was killed by a truck. So opposing the case, and they are not accepting the body. There's a news. The BJP leader forgot that CBI will probe his dead or dead. Shamsher elected Kerala Speaker. Shamsher is a left Democratic Front candidate in the election. So he has won the Speaker seat in the Kerala. BJP claim there is a massive graft and Odisha privately held mines. Quality of iron ore shown low grade. Kerala government to move top court of permission to curb rabies affected in violent stray dog. Action plan to address stray dog menace. Amaravati farmers began their second phase of Mahapadhyatra on Monday. They have been opposing the capital move of the Andhra Pradesh government and demand to keep Amaravati as the capital. So this is an editorial by Shashi Tharoor about the Bharat Jodo Yatra, which is going on by the Congress, which is Rahul Gandhi, the leader of Congress, is leading the Bharat Jodo Yatra, and he has emphasized what is the need of this yatra, like stemming the tide. Like he said that the despair over the overweening dominance of one party and its increasingly divisive government need to end. Name changing government, presidential election, catalyst for reform. The three dangle the Pakistan. So there was a news. US has approved the F-16 fighter jet to Pakistan. India is worrying that why US giving the F-16 to Pakistan. And in this editorial, it had been highlighted why US giving F-16 to Pakistan. Pakistan already had the wing of F-16. So this has been the major news. This is about sorry. Uh, this is about the winning side, the champion cup news. So this is editorial about India has lost its way in the use of international law. The person is Prabhash Ranjan. Prabhash Ranjan is a professor and vice dean Jindal Global Law School, Obviously University. The views expressed are personal. So the seven. So what is the editorial in there? 75 years of India's independence is an occasion to not just rejoice in our accomplishment but also to introspect on our failing. While a wide variety of issues have been discussed from this vantage point, an analysis of India's trust in international law has not been undertaken. Despite international law being rule of law and its Eurocentric character, India did not jettison its at time of independence. In Indian constitution, makers saw the value of international law and thus provided an Article 51 that the state shall foster respect for international law. At the same time, under the leadership of Nehru, India made it abundantly clear that the emergence of post-colonial state has transmitted the geographical international law. This is about the international law, what India is following or not following, what is good, what is bad is there. We'll go to the next news. So the G20 meeting will be going to held in September. So this is uh, about that meeting. Uh, so this is another editorial for the US news. This is about the US election. So there's the news, sports news. The Alcaraz, Carlos Alcaraz, he's a Spain. He's from Spain, 19-year-old person. He has won his first male teenager, the Grand Slam in 16 years. After fellow countryman Rafael Nadal, also Spanish. After 16 years, this Grand Slam has been won by a teenager, and basically the Wimbledon, the badminton, it has been leading by the three-person, which is Roger Federer from Switzerland, Rafael Nadal from Spain, and Novak Djokovic. Since 2003, the big three have won 80% of Grand Slams. So these people have been winning this Grand Slam in 2003, but now they are, due to some health reason and COVID issue and health issue, they are not participating in many games. Uh, Next news is there is a true is the median road accident with India. So this is a editorial of accidental death because of recently there was a new Tata Sons chairman Sai Mistry was died in a car crash. So this is a chart given for the road accident in India. We can see over here now. If you see this, according to data 2021, the two wheelers highest person killed in accident was two-wheeler, 44%. Then we have car, SUV, pedestrian, and the cause of road accident death in India is 56% is speeding. Then it's 28% careless driving, overtaking. Other cases are 5%, which is very low if you compare. But the highest reason of speeding, careless driving, and two-wheeler are the biggest. Uh, this is the biggest. You can say factor, biggest share of two-wheeler person who are dying riding on two-wheelers. So they should be more take care. So this is a good data interpretation, fine chart, all the things is there. Victim, accident. So this is the state-wise road accident death. Uttar Pradesh top 21,792. After Uttar Pradesh it is Tamil Nadu, and then is Maharashtra, and city-wise you is a Delhi topping here. After Delhi it is Chennai, and after Chennai it is Bangalore. So there is the next news for the of Bhopal. So about Begums of Bhopal. Bhopal has been ruled by the Muslim Begums. So they have ruled Bhopal city. Bhopal was a small state, and it is ruled by women 107 years. This is about the Begums of Bhopal. They have given the detail, and this is about Queen Elizabeth quiz, daily quiz. So this is again the Gyan Vapi order. The BJP leader Hindu group hail and Gyan Vapi orders. So BJP is also opened their attack on Congress, Bharat Chodo Yatra. So there was a controversy. The Congress has shared this. Actually, this is a half pant which is worn by the RSS workers, and it is, you can see there is a fire and flame is going up. So Congress claiming that 145 days more to go, but in these days, which is in 10 days, this is the condition of the RSS and BJP also attacking the Congress. CPI attack on the Congress. So farm protests in Congress, fighting case against AAP MLA. So this is important. India raises the Sri Lankan Tamil issue in United Nations. India on Monday voiced concern over the lack of measurable progress in Sri Lanka, promised political solution to the long pending Tamil national question, while making an unusual reference to the crisis hit island nation that economy in the context of its current crisis. In its statement at the 51st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva, India said it has always believed in the responsibility of state for promotion and protection of human rights and constructive international dialogue and cooperation guided by the Charter. In this regard, the Indian delegation noted with concern the lack of major progress. India made the statement at the 51st session of the United Nations Human Rights Council in Geneva. Supreme Court reject petition linking pornography to sex crime. The Naga delegation, led by the Nagaland Chief Minister Nipur, met Union Home Minister Amit Shah on Monday to push for revival of talks between the Centre and the SAC movie, a faction of the National Association along Nagaland. BJP failed Kashmir members of the claim. Aid of ministries to land in Japan Friday. BDS code to be revamped with semester-based system. Code duration to increase by 6 months. Already it is, I guess, uh, 4 years, but it will be a 1.5. And of course, the instruction, the state told to implement adoption rule. The Ministry of Women and Child Development has written to the state government asking them to immediately implement the revised adoption rules requiring adoption order. French Foreign Minister said to visit India. Government sets small learning for new office for all MPs. MP chamber to be connected to new parliament building. Modi, the center is trying to curb lumpy skin disease. Ukraine claims more territorial gains. Kiev says report troops push Russian out more within Kharkiv and reach the border. So Ukraine is fighting with Russia very hard. Z to visit Central Asia first over 32 months. China confirmed president visit to Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan. The Bangladesh Prime Minister said prolonged Rohingya stay impact Bangladesh stability. Hasina speaks a mate of military officials from 25 countries. Pak is grappling with food shortage. The Shahbaz Sharif Prime Minister claim. He thanked Erdogan for dispatching aid. Erdogan, the Prime Minister of Turkey. Attention saying Taliban harassing a women's staff. Iran said it is ready to cooperate with IAE. Bhopal, particularly Tehran. Iran Monday said it was ready to continue cooperation with the international nuclear while revealing a drone capable of hitting major cities in Israel, which has threatened to attack Iranian nuclear based fire. Speaking after European power expressed frustration with Tehran International salvage the agreement, and Foreign Minister Iran as the international agency not to yield to Israel pressure over Tehran nuclear activity. IAEA Board of Governors meeting Monday, 3 months after adopting a resolution urging Iran to give credible answer to the agency investigation into uranium traces at 3 sites in Iran. Wednesday, the probes are politically motivated. On Saturday, France, UK, Germany said they had serious doubt. Germany said they had serious doubt about Iran's intention to revive and be curbing its nuclear program in return of 15 sanction. Comments that were rejected by Tehran and called very untimely by Moscow. Iran announcement is constructive cooperation with the agency as its obligation. While Iran has obligation, it also has rights. King Charles addressed Parliament. He recently sat on the throne of England. Sweden far right makes strong gains, counting votes to end by tomorrow. Sweden Monday begin a wait for final result of two close to call general election with an unprecedented right-wing far-right bloc in position to burst from Prime Minister Magdalena Andersson. Social Democratic, the Scandinavian country has seen mounting political instability in recent years as the gradual rise of far right has upset the traditional balance of power in parliament, making New Zealand a republic not a priority. Prime Minister British monarch is its heads of state. New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern said on Monday that her government will not pursue any move to change the country into a republic following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Ms. Ardern said she thought New Zealand will eventually become a republic and could probably happen within her lifetime, but there were more pressing issues for her government. The remark for her about first about the New Zealand Republic debate since the Queen died that reflect previous comments she has made in the issue. Ms. Ardern has also previously expressed her support for the country eventually becoming a republic. Under the current system, the British monarch is New Zealand head of state, represented in New Zealand by ceremonial governor general. Still, many people argue that New Zealand would fully step out from the shadow of the colonial power and become a truly independent nation until it becomes a republic. India may need up to 28 gigawatt plants of new coal-fired power plant by 2022 to meet power demand that is expected to more than double from current. Government advisory said this. A step to cool food inflation will deliver in coming weeks. Government core inflation came to below 6% for 4%. There is a spike in food prices. Air India to take 30 planes on lease, expanded fees at 25%. Carrier eyes premium economy class in 5 Boeing aircraft. Drop in foreign reserve concerning as inflow lags. Hybrid vehicle need tax incentive. Maruti need law for rider energy. Ravi Shankar. Army Deputy Governor T. Ravi Shankar Monday press for allowed to protect customer privacy to protect monetization of customer data is done in a responsible manner. L&T talk to promote 3D by South Saudi maker Touch. Smartphone sales led by smaller cities. India rice export curbs paralyzed Asia trade. India curbs on rice export have paralyzed trading in Asia with buyers scoring foreign supply from Vietnam, Thailand, Myanmar, where sellers are holding off on intelligence as price hike industry was said. So England won the series from South Africa. South Africa was on the tour of England. England won the series. Bumrah Harshal back in the mix of Under-20 World Cup. 5 successive victories highlight the Sri Lankan saga of the outcome. So this is all about the news.